is based on entertainment industry, and we'll talk more further about it. Before we go next, could you tell me this phrase? Anyone?
No, what's the name again?
Ace
Hood.
Ace Hood. And was it I woke up in a new?
Got it.
Got it. First of all, what do you think when you see this?
What a nice car. I want me one of those.
I want one.
Not really.
On a thing.
Get a house for them.
I want to ride one. I want to drive one.
Exactly. Girls, what do you see?
Ooh.
Yes, that's exactly what you see. First again for me. Guys, which one is the first one you look at?
Damn!
Yeah.
Look at that one. Hey, look at that shorty. Look at that one.
Can I say that one?
Damn.
The reason why I'm doing this, is, please listen up quickly. The reason why I'm doing this is I'm trying to show you that the entertainment industry, what we live in, is manipulating our brains. It's not necessarily a bad thing because I'm not one to say I don't do these stuff too. I listen to these kind of music, I watch certain movies, I get developed in it, and I'm like, I enjoy it. Can you press next to me? But we need to actually look closer into what we're being fed and what we're giving to others. These people, you might think they are the reason behind all of it. You might think they're the one manipulating us. You might think, oh, Michael Jackson, he sings his music and we're influenced by this, but we're actually not. Can you press next again for me, please? They're not the influence. They're not the one telling us what to do. They're not the one like saying, okay, we need to get a girl shaking her booty in front of the TV so you can always remember that. Press next one, please. And I'm not going to start saying who is because that's another story and I'm not getting involved with that because that's a long story from not my pleasure. Right, I'm going to give you guys a little taster of what I'm talking about. Can I have everyone, is anyone allergic to Pringles? Just to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay. You're allergic to Pringles? Okay, sorry, I will give you. Okay, take one. Just one, just one.
I wasn't even hungry,
Just
but
one?
I'm just taking it.
Really, just one.
Just one.
Okay, that's fine.
Just one. The reason why I'm showing you guys this is eat the Pringles now.
You said we go to the
You don't want
Yeah, my
this also did.
I'm trying to get a Pringle.
Okay, sorry, eat it. Okay, now once you eat that Pringle, automatically what happens?
You want another one?
Exactly. And automatically what you think about.
Pringle.
Exactly. With Pringles, there's something called E-numbers in every single packet of Pringles, in every single packet of crisps, every single packet of food, sugar, so forth. Is addiction. And this is what's also, can you stop, can you move your hand? This is also what's in the movie industry. There's something called, press next for me. There's something called dopamine. This is something is in our brain. We automatically, once we eat Pringles, we automatically think, okay, I like that, I want more. And we constantly eat more. We don't know how to control ourselves. Same with the music industry, same with the film industry. We see, guys, we see a girl, that exact same pictures I show you. I'm telling you now, what's the first thing you can think about those girls? Which one can tell? What's
Strippers.
okay, what's the first thing you can remember they're wearing?
Stripper.
There you go. The girls, what's the first thing you saw the guys wearing?
Computer.
Nothing.
There you go. You automatically think about it. You automatically it's stuck in your brain, and that's what the music industry, no, seriously, that's what they're wearing. But that's what the music industry, the arts, the movies, that's what they're all doing. And I'm trying to like show you guys.
These Pringles are nice ones.
But when you think, yeah.
But
But David, hold on a second. When you think, yeah, that's just entertainment, yeah, it's up to you to decide whether they can pick
Exactly.
up bullshit.
Exactly. But the thing is, you think it's up to us. But the same thing, when you, I just showed you something which is automatically in your face, which is on every single billboard around London. You're automatically seeing these stuff, and you don't think. And now what I'm trying to say is, the more you do these things, the more you don't have control over it. So what can we do? I'm not trying to say we're going to be nuns and monks. We are not that. We are human beings. But we can like watch what we say around kids. I was on the bus, and this guy was talking to his friend about which girl he was having sex with. And then this 11-year-old boy next to me was like, Mom, that's disgusting. And I'm like, exactly. You're not controlling what you're saying, and the next generation next to us are learning from it. This kid was only 13. It's okay. This kid was only 13, and he has his own child. How can you have your child when you're 13? That's just pushing the limit. You're pushing generation that's rushing things too fast. We're not all to be blamed. I'm not saying we're the reason. We're not the reason. There's all entertainment.
Really?
Yeah, okay, let me explain what's happening in this. I saw this on TV, didn't think it was nothing important. But then the moral of this thing is, this guy went off and was like, oh my gosh, this thing is rubbish, blah, 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 I can't believe I'm paying to watch this thing. And this guy, the blonde guy, is saying no. There's a subliminal message behind it. Basically, excuse my French. In the musical, they're telling his wife to give him a blowjob. Excuse my French. Now, what the thing is, even though this is a cartoon, kids are watching this thing. This is what's happening now because of all this. These are all 13 to 10-year-old twerking because of the hearing the music, what's going on. This is not what we're supposed to be leading our next generation to be. We're supposed to tell them you need to be the next mayor, you need to be the next prime minister, and they're doing this kind of rubbish. We are not the leader of the world, but we can be. But we are leaders of ourselves. That's what I've always been told by my mom, my uncle, my grandma, so forth. And if the older generation can tell you that, people like me will automatically tell others that. Now, if I'm not able to tell you guys that, you won't be able to tell others that. So it's like a domino effect. If we don't pass on that message, if we don't pass on that influence, we won't get nowhere. Because next time, one more time. Now, keep in mind that the world is involved in, and we can't change it. We can't say, look, we need to turn to Prime Minister and say this is what's going to happen, we're going to change it, we're going to have free food, blah blah blah. But we can take turns in doing it little by little. We're not trying to kill the world too fast. The world's going to go to end, we know that, but we're not trying to kill it too fast. Can we, one more time? Now, what's my plan? What's my solution to it? Next. I'm gonna do exactly what I'm doing right now. I do love music. I do love watching TV. I'm a guy. I do love to see sexy girls. But at the same time, we have to manipulate ourselves to learn to say, let's keep our own personal feelings to ourselves and not pass it on to the next generation. Same out with religion. I'm not bringing in religion to say that's wrong or that's right. But I was brought up in Christianity. I have to say, look, hold up, let me find out about the other religion before I make my own decision. As in, if you go on and say, look, this is what you're supposed to believe in, this is the right way, we won't be able to live our life. We'll be living our life in slavery because we're getting told what to do by a master higher than us. We are destroying our bodies, mind, world, and others. Let's try and save one of them. So let's either try to save our mind, save our body, save our kids before we have it too late. Next. Before we go, let's just listen to this because help. We're just going to go around in circles and we're going to end the world before we actually get a chance for our next generation to live it. Thank you very much.
But I would just like to say that I fully agree with everything that you had to say.
Why?
It's very true because
why?
more and more. Are you gonna let me finish? Because more and more, like you said, people are getting exposed to so much without even, a lot of people don't even realise the things that they're getting exposed to. So yeah, it's
I
good to
think
make
the
people more
internet
aware.
is the root of all evil.
100%, yeah. The internet is what the problem is. There's no censorship. If you type, like, when you was younger, if you typed in sex in the internet, it would give you an explanation. If you type in sex on the
All
internet,
the websites.
The pictures and everything, innit?
it comes up with crazy stuff like that. You can't even learn on the internet too tough about.
Ah.
It's hard for kids
Anything.
now, and kids got devices now. They got iPads, phones. So like sex is so accessible for them. There's no hope for them, to be honest. There's no hope.
No, the worst thing is, it is the truth. But there is the only way if it starts with one person. If one person
What I'm
starts.
trying to say is, you talk about people individually, but kids are curious.
Yeah.
So like, when you're younger, you see someone write sex on the wall, you think that's naughty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if you can see that sex on the wall, put it in your phone, and it's done. It's finished.
Yeah.
The best thing to do now is just training your child.
Yeah, you just have to do it yourself.
Individually, talk to
Individually is the only way.
Talk to
Talking to your child.
Talk to your child.
Just
Let
go
your
on
child
Google and
know.
type in thing and let's look at
It's everything that you get too
You
far.
already have phones.
And no, you can never say someone's too far gone.
Before you have to tell the child before he knows. Now you just press the phone.
They know. Prime example, my 10-month-old is like this. 10 months. Trying to put password because she sees me doing it. Example.
Even the adverts on TV, like there was one the other day. It was about to buy food, that website. Something, no, like something now that actually get takeaways and then they eat.
Oh, is it?
I was like, what does that mean?
No, but even that same company, the one thing that always got to me, so as a chef, don't cook, just eat. Little sayings like that, those are the things as well that stick in the cooking. Oh yeah, I can just go online and order. Can't bother to cook. Oh, I can just go online.
But to be honest, I want you lot to look at it from the other side. What if you was the person in charge of that business?
At the cost of someone else's life.
Listen, what?
But
If you can drive a Ferrari just for paying Yeah, I'll do that. Hands down.
No,
What's that?
But that's what I'm saying.
If you're like a business, I would do it. I would happily do it. It's
Wait, one at a time, one at a time.
Sorry.
I was saying, from the other point of view, if I own that business, I wouldn't care. I would do it. It's for people to know individually what they want from life. If you're comfortable doing that,
Then that's you.
what am
innit?
I doing? That's
your
you.
business,
Everybody can
innit?
control
That's your
themselves.
business. Ready to provide the business. Ready to provide the
Provide
product,
it.
innit?
You
That's
chose
what
to
it was.
use it.
You chose to
If you
use
didn't
it.
use it, it go out of
But don't you
business.
think?
But that's this
But
is
it's
the problem.
going back, yeah.
It's like subconsciously people do a lot of things that they don't understand why. So you see, if you've got money to do things, even if it's a crap product, if you've got the money to advertise it, and because you know like they spend millions of pounds on adverts, and it's no coincidence that the adverts that you see on telly is what people buy because that's what sells. It's no coincidence that like rappers or certain people they wear a pair of Balenciagos and then everyone, people on benefits are buying Balenciagos. How does that make sense? But you can't pay your rent. It's because consumerism. So it's like when they see something, they want it and they need it. It's more like a need than a want. So like them just be companies, yeah, they're billionaires and they spend money on these adverts, but little do they know they're crushing like the family businesses and things like that who can't afford to
They know, but they don't.
expand their. Do you know they can't afford to?
It does hurt, man. Because the thing is, in the sense of I've seen my 10-year-old cousin actually went up to a girl and say and try to kiss the girl, and the girl was kissing him back, and I was like, hold up, why are you rushing? He's like, oh, she's my girlfriend, so forth. And I'm like, where are you getting this from? And he's like, oh, everyone's doing it, everyone's got a girlfriend, so why can't I? And I'm like, why are you rushing certain? You don't have to rush certain things, and it's like it's making me worried about the generation that we're living in.
I've been working there for a long time. Even when I was younger, watching EastEnders, I never used to see homosexuality. Not that I'm against it or anything like that, but now you cannot go on the telly at any time of the day
And not see
without
that.
saying homosexuality.
Yeah, that's
So
the
it's
thing.
like-
Yeah.
Of the young generation now, is there any sense of, as you guys say, there's no way of changing it. Well, there's a way of changing it by each individually on their own, but is there a way of changing it via groups, via?
Do you know what I
But to be
think?
honest, no, I was just gonna say it's hard to change it though. It really is because like kids nowadays are having kids in
The
a
thing
sense.
is, before when I was growing up, we hardly had cable and Sky, so we didn't know what was the latest track out.
And
But
you
now
go out
every
there
house
and
has
go
got
play.
Sky.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying? So MTV and all of that is part of the
Yeah.
package. Kids are
And
sitting
it's
there.
all sex.
Anything.
Even the music
Anything.
videos, like it's just all about sex.
The innocence have been taken away from the kids. You know that innocent when we
Yeah,
used to
it's
be
not
innocent,
about
like
rent,
sex,
it's just being
sex, oh my
exposed
God,
to
you know all of those
everything.
Jaxes and all of that stuff. All of that's been taken out from kids now.
And even what it does now is just like the way people look at women and men is completely different.
It's completely
If a woman ain't got a nice ass, then she's not worth shit.
Yeah.
If a man ain't got certain things, he ain't worth shit. So it's like there ain't no.
It's all like materialistic stuff.
That's
Like.
all it matters about.
It's just control. It's like you said.
Yeah.
It's all just control. Go for this type of woman. Go for this
Yeah.
type of man. Do these kind of things.
Would you guys now go like? I know that you guys obviously probably would believe what I'm saying already, but would you guys go outside now and try to push it a bit more? Like try to say, okay, look, don't swear in front of a little kid, man.
But you should
I
explain
do it
what
anyway.
you're trying to-
Understandable, but would you try to explain that to someone else? What I'm trying to say.
Can I say? You see like what you're saying now? It's like common sense now is crazy to think to some people would swear in front of little children, would do certain things in front of little children.
Yeah.
But the society that we live in is gone mad, and from a higher level, like from the government level, things that you see on TV we shouldn't see. It shouldn't be happening, and if it does, it should happen like after a certain time. But it's not. It's on through the whole day. So it's like they want children to be this way. This is how they want it. Let's be honest. This is what they want. They want anarchy. They want kids sleeping with kids, and they want kids not to respect their parents, and then their parents to beat them so that they can take their children.
And why? What do you think that they're gonna win?
Pardon?
Why do you think they're doing it?
Why?
Yeah.
Money,
Why
it's a
not?
business, isn't it?
Why not?
Money.
It's
all about the money.
It's a business.
If no one cares
It's like,
about
it's like,
materialistic
I was
things,
talking
no
to
one
someone the
will
other
make
day
any
and they say
money.
they discipline their kids. But if people, I think people, when someone disciplines their kids, your kids can ring Childline, then your child gets taken away from you. But at the same time, if your kid does something, and so if your kid don't go to school, for example, the parent gets in trouble. But how can you force your child to go to school if you can't do anything about it?
Yeah,
It doesn't make sense.
Anything you say to them, they can.
If you beat your child, you get in trouble. If you shout at your child,
And
you're abusing them.
when if you tell your child to go to school and he chooses to go somewhere else, how would that get in problems?
But it's your fault.
Because how?
And your child can get
I
taken
understand
away.
that. My child he's got a mind of his own. If
Of
he wants
course.
to go and do something else, I can't control it. All I
When,
can say
when I was young,
that's
if I didn't go to school,
point of it.
I'll get beaten up.
Isn't it? That's what I'm saying.
And I will go to school because I'm scared that I'll get beaten up. So
Yeah.